the inclusion in the Commonwealth Games, as possibly the Asian Games, and thereafter the Olympics, who knows, and the T20 format will help cricket grow in those spaces. Hopefully we can hang on to what cricket already has, but T20 is the name of the game, and why should Karnataka remain behind in offering opportunities for youngsters? The tournament remains a T20, the Maharaja Cup, but there is a very significant change. And to be able to welcome those who are partnering the KSCA in making that change happen, may I request the President of the KSCA, sitting right in front of me, Roger Binney, celebrated international cricketer, World Cup winner, to please join me right here. And a good friend, and a great golfer, and everything else. Right in the center, please. If you remain standing, sir, because we need to now acknowledge, and this is a small gathering. Of course, the media is here to disseminate the information, but the best way we can acknowledge the partnership of the people I'm going to call now is to very genuinely, warmly, loudly applaud their partnership. So the KSCA now has team sponsors who I hope will be delighted with their partner. Getting photographs taken is an art. And I hear from good authority, of course, as we all know, that it took them about, this could be a world record, but bear with me, it took them about 1.25 seconds to say done. So thank you very much. We value your partnership. Let's move on to another very, very old partner of the KSCA, somebody who's been involved with cricket for so long at the national, international level, certainly here at the Karnataka level, which is what we are more concerned about today. Now, unfortunately, Arjun and Pavan Ranga are not here, but we have another very important gentleman from Cycle Pure Agarbattis, Suresh, on behalf of the Mysore team. Suresh, thank you very much. I know you, Pavan Ranga, will do everything possible to ensure that the Mysore team holds the Cycle Pure Agarbattis flag high. Thank you again. Let's move on to some other very, very long-term supporters of the KSCA. I'm afraid both are not here, but maybe I'll receive flowers on their behalf, maybe not. But a big thank you to Sushil Jindal once again and Abhishek Jindal of Jindal Steels, who have the Hubli team sponsorship. Now, they are not here, but to everybody, let's put our hands together for them anyway, to the Jindals for taking care of the Hubli team. Let's move on to Raichur, a wonderful new territory for the KSCA, and represented by, to my mind, a first-time supporter of the KSCA, but I hope this is the start of a very long, fruitful partnership that extends into Raichur as well for the creation of lots of other facilities. We were having a chat a little earlier. From the Gulbarga Mega Speed Private Limited, it's my pleasure to invite up on stage Syed Muhammad Ali Al Hussaini. Congratulations. Thank you for your partnership. And as I said, hope it grows into something much more than just the sponsorship of the Maharaja Cup T20 team. Thank you. I also hear he got the Sherwani stitched just for this occasion. So that's, just shows you the kind of extent this partnership goes to. And again, we go back to long-term supporters of the KSCA, people who've enjoyed this wonderful partnership in many ways over many years. Two of their personnel are not here today, whom I remember very, very fondly, but I'm sure we'll see them sooner or later. Moinuddin Bawa and Mohammad Farooq are not here, but Hyder Ali and Roshan are here for Fizza developers who've taken the Mangalore team sponsorship. Thank you. Please do convey our best to Mainuddin Bawa and Farooq. Congratulations. Thank you, Roger. If you wish, you can remain seated, or yeah, as we all now, I've said a few things about the KSCA and all the wonderful things it's done, but in the last 3 years, and remember, 2 of those were extremely challenging, the KSCA has still put together a number of initiatives. Now, some of us may be familiar with them, some may not. Best way to show is and the best way to shut me up is to make sure that we go through a wonderful video that's been prepared for the occasion. So here, ladies and gentlemen, is a quick glance back at everything wonderful that the KSC has done in the past 3 years. We're doing a little show right now with a show of hands about which initiative you feel is your most favorite. So we'll pass a little slip down, and you can write down that in order of preference, this is the best, first, second, third, so that we can find, I'm just kidding. But they're all fabulous initiatives with a huge eye on environmental sustainability. And I think that's a huge buzzword for the younger generation, certainly, but I think the KSCA has shown that collectively, regardless of generation, there's a huge understanding that sustainability and environmental protection is very, very big. So congratulations once again. And I don't know whether I heard an applause or not, but after that video, we've got to do it again. Really, truly. Thank you, KSCA. Well done. My personal favorite out of that movie, I don't know if some of you share it or not, is the stance that the CM took and the follow-through. I think it's fabulous. He's obviously played a bit of cricket earlier on. Okay, time to move on. May I request, the president of the KSCA is already on the stage. So, Roger, thank you very much. Welcome once again. Can I please now invite the secretary, Santosh Menon, to please join us. Santosh, thank you for all your hard work. The treasurer, Vinay Mrityunjay, to also join us, please. Thank you. The vice president, J. Abhiram. Calvin Klein or nothing at all. Thank you so much for joining us. And finally, of course, our very, very familiar face on and off the ground, Shabir Taraporwala. If you will join us, Shabir Tarapor, sorry. I don't know why I did Wala. Thank you. Okay. Well, I've said a few things, maybe a little more than I should have, but please pardon me that. And now, of course, the official welcome to this wonderful gathering. Thank you, media, once again for being here. We'll thank you officially again later. But can we now please hear from the president of the Karnataka State Cricket Association, everybody's good friend, Roger Binney.
Today's sponsors, a very warm welcome to you, to my colleagues on the dais, our support staff who have joined us today, the press, and other cricket enthusiasts, and ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the KSCA, I would welcome you to today's press meet and brief of the Maharajas Cup. We at the KSCA are very excited to again do the T20 or the Maharajas Cup, which we was earlier called the KPL, because due to the COVID, we couldn't run it for 2 years, which was a big setback, not only for us as the administrators, but also for our young cricketers. They lost 2 very crucial years of the development, because KSCA couldn't do any development. There was no matches played. So the boys, especially the under-16 age group, lost out on very crucial times in their careers. It's going to take a little bit of time for them to make it up, but we have started now right in earnest with the T20. Hopefully some of them will be in that group. The under-19 boys will get into this KPL. So that will be a start for their redevelopment. And we hope that this tournament will generate the interest, especially in places like Mysore and the district areas, Gulbarga, there's Hubli, and Mangalore, which in the past have produced such great cricketers. And if you look at the Karnataka team in the last probably 10-15 years, even when I played, there were at least about 25 to 30% of the team came from the districts. Probably later on it was almost 70%. So that's not only happening in Karnataka, it's happening all over the country. There are not too many, the best players don't come from big cities anymore. You see a person like Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He came in from a small town, Ranchi. So that's what the KPL and the T20 is doing to cricket. It's bringing in the young cricketers from the districts and giving them the confidence to come to the cities and play the cricket and do well. So with this T20, I hope that things are going to do good for us, especially for our development of cricket. And once again, welcome. We welcome you all, and we hope you all have a good tournament. And thank you to the sponsors for being a part of us again, and we won't let you down. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Roger. I think that last sentence was also very meaningful. The KSC will not let you down, and I'm sure the sponsors also reciprocate. They will not let the KSC down. Let that be a pledge today. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, once again, I have the opportunity to be a little silent because what happens now through a video, so there's no manual process here, it's already done, but it's on video. The new tournament called the Maharaja Cup T20 has its own unique, wonderfully designed logo. And the first thing that we'll do or see as we move deeper into the tournament is a quick look at our fabulous new logo on the video. Our brilliant cricketers can be seen around the country, around the world, wherever people can watch the broadcast or the coverage in various ways as the coverage is seen these days. What about the conduct of the tournament? How is it different? How is it going to be held? Where, when, how, whom? All the wonderful details that we're all waiting for through the Honorary Secretary of the KSCA, another good friend to all, Santosh Menon. Thank you, Santosh.
Thanks, Chair. A very good afternoon. Quickly, I won't be speaking as much as Charu though, to run you through what we are going to do this year. The way the T20 is going to be conducted, the Maharaja Trophy, people have been referring it to as Maharaja Cup. I stand here to correct you, it's called the Maharaja Trophy T20. Anyway, importantly, this year onwards, we have thought of a new model where we have team sponsors and not team owners. It's not a franchisee model. We're trying to replicate the Big Bash model that, like in Australia. So the cricket is going to be run by the KSCA. The entire responsibility of forming the teams, running the cricket, taking care of the players, it remains with the KSCA, unlike the earlier versions where we shared the responsibility with the franchisee owners. However, we do have team sponsors. So what we have done is, as has been the practice earlier, we have divided Karnataka into 6 zones. Our zones as per our other tournaments are as well. So that's Bangalore, Mysore, Shimoga, Hubli, Mangalore and Raichur. Raichur, of course, includes Gulbarga, so the team may be called Gulbarga for whatever reasons. And now the teams are going to be picked on a draft model. So what the KSCA has done is the cricket committee of the KSCA, comprising of our President Roger Binny, Abhiram, Shavir Tarapur, Tilak Naidu and myself, have had various meetings, deliberations and on how it should be done. So finally, we have arrived at a methodology wherein the KSCA has identified 6 head coaches, 6 assistant coaches to assist each of the head coaches, 1 cricket selector who's been part of the system because he knows the boys the best, and a former Ranji Trophy cricketer to form the core group. So these core groups will run the cricket for each team. So we have identified those coaches. We will share it with you. Just to inform you about the head coaches. The head coaches are Stuart Binney. We have Naziruddin, Manzoor Ali Khan, Nikhil Haldipur, Deepak Chogle, and PV Shashikant. So these are the head coaches. They will be assisted by KB Pavan, Aditya Sagar, SL Akshay, Rajshekar Shanbal, Raghavendra, and one more. I'll just tell you. Who is this? Okay, anyway, I've got the list with me. I'll share it with you. And then we have selectors who will assist them. We have Anand Katti, we have AR Mahesh, we have MV Prashant, we have Santosh Vaderaj, we have Raghutam Navli to assist them as selectors. And of course, they will pick the squad in a draft model. It is not an auction model, it is a draft model. So we have categorized the players into 4 categories, A, B, C, and D. A category is all those players who have represented India or have played in the IPL. B category is all those Karnataka cricketers who have represented the state in senior tournaments, either Ranji Trophy, Vijay Hazare, or Syed Mushtaq Ali. And C category is all those players who have represented Karnataka either in the under 19 or under 23, under 25 tournaments. The rest of the pool is categorized into category D. So we have a draft model which we'll share it with you. The process is going to be very simple. The 6 core groups who will be representing one of the zones will sit together in a draft which is going to be on either the 30th, most probably on the 30th, which will intimate you. And they will pick players on a rotation policy. It's an artificial intelligence which will throw out the sequence. For example, it will be Shimoga, Hubli, Bangalore, Mysore, or it can be Mysore, Hubli, Shimoga. So they get an opportunity to pick a player. And every time they pick a player, the next chance goes to the next team. So we're trying to find a process where all the teams are going to be evenly balanced. There will be a little bit of strategy that has to go into the thought process of the team, the core group, because they have to balance their team with batsmen, bowlers, fast bowlers, wicket keepers, spinners, etc., which they will do. And we are very confident that the cricketers whom we have chosen, the coaches whom we have chosen, will do a very fair job in getting all the teams evenly poised. We'll have an even team so that the contest is going to be very keen. We also would like to inform you that the schedule of the tournament is from 7th August to 26th August. The venues are going to be Mysore and Bangalore. 2 venues. We'll kick off the tournament in Mysore on 7th August and the tournament will culminate here in Chinnaswamy Stadium on the 27th of August. We'll have 1 break day in between and the matches will be telecast live on Star Sports. Star Sports SS1, SS2 or SS3, 1 HD channel, 1 non-HD channel, and of course the Star Sports Canada. They will be our telecast partners. Coming to the draft, I told you it will be live on 30th, also on Star Sports. And once the tournament gets going, we'll have 2 matches every day, except on the break day. We are going to have the eliminator qualifier, qualifier 1, qualifier 2, as is in the IPL. The playing conditions are going to be as is in the BCCI Syed Mushtaq Ali T20 tournament. So we are going to replicate those playing conditions. All the processes that are followed in the Syed Mushtaq Ali T20 tournament will be followed. There will be a prize money, of course, for the winners, runners. We have also ensured that each of the teams do go back home with some money. So even the 5th and the 6th position teams will earn something at the end of the day. So that's what we have done with regard to the prize money. We have also done, the draft model ensures that every player in that category gets the same fee. For example, category A, which is the India player who's played for India or in the IPL, gets 5 lakhs. So all the category A players get 5 lakhs. All the category B players will get 2 lakhs. All the category C players will get 1 lakh. And all the category D players will get 50,000. We'll also support the team with a physiotherapist, a strength and conditioning coach, and a video analyst. And of course, an administrative manager and the license manager. So the entire cricket will be taken care by the KSCA. The team, we are very thankful to the team sponsors for having come on board to sponsor each of the teams. Once again, thank each one of you, sir, for the wonderful cooperation you have been extending to the KSCA over the last few years, and also the new ones who have come on board this year. So we hope that this will be a fantastic tournament, the Maharaja Trophy T20 2022. We hope to take this tournament to a different level from where it was earlier. We have already started getting calls from prospective scouts of IPL teams. They want to know the dates, they want to know the channel, they want to know who's playing. We are very hopeful that this will be a tournament worth watching. And of course, as you all know, Karnataka definitely boasts of the best quality of cricket in the country. So we will be above par when comparable to other leagues, not naming them. We are sure the quality of cricket in this league will be the best. We will provide the best of facilities with regard to wickets, outfield, ground, etc., etc. The best of match officials. We do boast of the maximum number of umpires on the BCCI panel. We have match referees who are on the BCCI panel. We have scorers who are on the BCCI panel. So everything will be on par with a top-class BCCI tournament. So we hope that the support from each one of you, and of course the media has always been supporting us. Thank you for your support, and we are very hopeful that this edition too, you will give us the support which you have given us for the last 7 editions. We wish that this will be a grand tournament, successful tournament. Thank you once again to each one of you.
Thank you, Santosh. I was told, because I got the name wrong, sort of, by accident. So I was rapped on the knuckle as I do in schools and said, Maharaja Trophy, Maharaja Trophy, Maharaja Trophy. Say it thrice. That's why I've said it thrice. I think I'm onto a good wicket now. Maharaja Trophy, not the cup. Okay. Also, the KSCA said, ki dekho yaar, how do we make sure this Charu Sharma ko kaam nahi mile? So chalo auction hata lo. कोई बात नहीं है. So it's only a draft, but it's going to be a wonderful process. I'm sure all teams will enjoy it, and there's no doubt in my mind. Thank you. Just kidding. You don't mind. I kid around a lot. You know, what's life without a little bit of fun, right? But the drafts is also going to be fun, and Santosh, you're absolutely right. There's no doubt in my mind that all 6 teams are going to be completely even in terms of the personnel. And the KSC has ensured that the whole team for each sponsor is wrapped up nicely in a wonderful box, like a birthday present with a little bow tie. Everything's set, all is done on your behalf. And the only thing left for all of us to do, particularly the team sponsors, is to sit back and enjoy the action, because the only thing we cannot possibly anticipate is what's going to happen in the field. So some teams will win, some teams will lose, some matches you'll win, some matches you'll lose. But to my mind, and sorry about this unasked for advice, but I always say that all the time, every time anyway, that if you're not enjoying your partnership and sponsorship of the team, then, you know, the primary purpose is lost. So please sit back, enjoy, and yet I'm sure that each one of you can stamp your individual culture or support to your team, despite the fact that it's come through a draft and that you're not looking after players individually, you're not arranging their hotel and so on and so forth, but I'm sure that you can individually just take your team forward with your own sense of partnership with all the players who are playing for you, the support team, etc., and make them feel in your own way special, that they belong to your sponsorship group. So that's a key element, and I'm sure all of you will discover your own ways about how you can inspire and motivate your team, even though you're not really directly responsible, and KSC is doing everything. And also during the draft, when that does happen, it's important to take all your picks. So there's no joy in missing a pick. You say, no, I don't want my pick number 17. Take all the players you get, because you'll need them. And they need you, equally importantly. Okay. In case anyone's forgotten what top-level effort and, of course, achievement, excitement means, this is the time that we remind you by taking you back to the 2019 KPL. All that action, all that drama, all the color, all the competition, all the fabulous things that happened then. Just a very quick reminder once again by getting rid of me and getting a video on. Here we are. much to all of us, but most of all, as you can imagine, it means a lot to the players because this is their proving trail. This is where they showcase that they belong to not only this level, but higher levels as well. And I'm so happy, particularly on behalf of the players, that they are back now with their premier T20 trophy here in Karnataka, and hopefully some of them will excel this year and make it to higher levels. Wonderful memories. Okay. We're about to conclude this program. Just a few important things left. A little later, we will be unveiling the trophy itself, which is obviously a very important part of this evening, because whether there's a little bit of prize money or not going to change the sponsors' lives. But the trophy is, in sport, the ultimate visual. And only one team, of course, will hoist it, but I hope all teams enjoy themselves. So before we move on, there are commercial aspects to the Maharaja Trophy T20 tournament. And who better to let us know some of those details, if not all, because it's a very cumbersome process. The treasurer of the KSCA, Mr. Vinay Mrityunjay, will brief us now on the commercial aspects. How exactly does the tournament run? Vinay.
Good afternoon to all of you. At the outset, I would like to thank the team sponsors for being part of the T20 tournament. Also, very special thanks to the friends from the media who have supported us all along. And thank you very much for joining us. As you are aware, the Karnataka Premier League was the most successfully conducted for the 8th editions. So very successfully we conducted this Karnataka Premier League. And there were many questions from some of the friends from the media. Why is that you wanted to change from Karnataka Premier League and to come on to the T20 Maharaja Trophy? As you are aware, the last we conducted the tournament was in 2019. After the Lodha committee recommendations, we have amended the bylaws. There are certain issues which has cropped up where we are still challenging in the court of law. Any tournament conducted on the franchisee-based model will be termed as commercial. If it is termed as commercial, KSCA will end up paying taxes on the entire receipts what we get in whatever form, including what we get from the BCCI. That was the biggest challenge we had. And we did not leave it at that. We went ahead and took an opinion from a very leading tax expert who also opined that you will be running the risk of paying huge taxes if you run the franchisee-owned model. Only the option we were left for to set up another entity and run the tournament, or instead we wanted to run the tournament where KSCA manages the entire cricketing aspects. Based on this, the cricketing committee thought of we will come up with a team sponsorship format, and based on this, that's how we are transformed the KPL into the team owner sponsorship. Because of the commercial aspect, we did not want to lose out on the cricket. The cricket always stands above the commerce and commercial aspects, and KSCA reworked on its budget, and we are here to go on a team sponsorship model. And once we started that, we wanted to go on this model in a very transparent manner. We advertised in All India edition, seeking the expression of interest, who can partner us as the event manager to conduct the tournament, the team sponsors who can sponsor each of the team, and also the ticketing partner who can be ticketing partner for us for the conduct of this tournament. And one more important aspect I would like to inform, KSCA has always stood first in whatever we did, whether it is cricketing, whether it is green initiatives. KSCA 2005 for the first time did this T20 tournament. We were the first to start the Premier League in 2009. Karnataka Cricket Association started for the first time. And today I think KSCA will be the first association in the country to work on this team sponsorship model also. And coming back to the expression of interest, we had few of the people who expressed. Out of them, I wish to inform you that TCM will be our event managers who will be taking care of the broadcast, on-ground arrangements, LED boards, video scoreboard, whatever connected to the cricket. So TCM is our official partner who will be managing the tournament for us. And coming to the team sponsors, I would not like to waste time. All of them have been already introduced. Once again, thank you, team sponsors, for being with us. And coming to the broadcasting partner, as Santosh Menon, our secretary, rightly said, we are going with the Star TV, who was also our erstwhile partner when we conducted the Karnataka Premier League. We are going to have it in the national channel, plus also in the Kannada Star TV, we are going to have the live relay of all the matches starting from the 7th of August till the 26th of August. All the matches will be live. And nothing much to mention about the Star TV, one of the very leading broadcaster in the country, who also holds the IPL right, also they hold the Super League rights. They are one of the biggest broadcaster in the country. We are happy to be associated with the Star TV. And also this time we are going to have a streaming partner. FanCode will be our streaming partner, who is a multi-sport aggregator platform, which will be officially streaming the Maharaja Trophy T20. This is owned by the Deem Sports, which has invested over 50 million in the in-house sports content. And FanCode, you can stream it on your mobile phone, on the iPad, on the laptop, or in your OTT, any of the OTT form. Coming to the ticketing partner, we have the Paytm. Once again, one of the biggest ticketing agent today in the country, whether it is entertainment, whether it is sports, anything you take up. So the Paytm will be partnering us with respect to the ticketing for both the Bangalore and Mysore. And in few minutes from now, we are going to unveil the trophy. One or two lines about this. The I Designs has designed this trophy, the Maharaja Trophy T20, which is enticing the magnificent trophy. In fact, the I Designs actually designed our KPL trophy also. If you go back to the KPL trophy, it was inspired by the architecture of the erstwhile Mysore Palace. The current Maharaja Trophy, whatever, is going to be inspired shortly by the sports-loving Maharaja of Mysore. It is inspired by the sports-loving Maharaja of Mysore. This is carefully crafted with an engraved metal pillar adorned with 11 solid wings that suggest the number of players part of each of the team. At the highest point of the trophy is the image of a former president, late Srikanta Datta Narasimharaja Vadiyar, which is embedded on a Swarovski studded plate. I would like to mention here the starting of the KPL. The two mentors were one late Srikanta Datta Narasimharaj Vadiyar, second was our former secretary Brijesh Patel. All credit goes to them for having started this wonderful tournament known as KPL, which is going to be named as Maharaja Trophy. And the trophy, you know that we are going to play in Mysore and Bangalore. And I wish to inform the media here, apart from the press meet what we are holding here in Bangalore, we are going to have a series of press meets in places like Shumaga, Hubli, Gulbarga, Mangalore and Mysore also. We will share the calendar of events. We are trying to share this information with the general public and the fans across the state of Karnataka. And also I wish to inform the friends from the media. After the press meet is over, we have created a very small enclosure there for the purpose of question answer session. I, being the official spokesperson of the KSCA, will be available if you have any doubts, clarification, information. We are there. Our President Roger Binney will be there. Secretary Santosh Menon is there. We will be available for you up to 4 o'clock. Anyone wants to interact with us, you can please interact, and we will give you necessary information, clarifications, whatever is required. Also, I would like to conclude and once again thank the media, the friends from the media, for the wonderful support and cooperation you have given during the conduct of the Karnataka Premier League. We wish to look forward for your continued support and cooperation for the successful conduct of this Maharaja Trophy T20 2022. Once again, thank you very much for joining for this press meet.
Thank you. And I was a little unaware of this whole taxation matter, so it's a very sensible way to move forward with our T20 tournament. There's one thing, I mean, I understand many things in life, but I don't know about the rest of you. One thing I just cannot understand is the whole taxation situation that we're into, but luckily there are others who can help us out. Only one more thing to be done for now. Since we spent enough time, I hope you understood just the methodology of the commerce of the tournament. And more details, of course, as he said, will be available one-on-one a little later, right after this media get-together, if you wish to talk to any one of the office bearers separately. Okay. we have a special methodology by which we will now unveil the brilliant. You've heard all the details of the trophy, but here is the 2022 Maharaja Trophy KSCA T20 trophies launch right here, right now. What will happen is we'll get the trophy unveiled and then we'll bring the trophy in front right here so that we can have a photo op with the KSCA office bearers as well. So hold on to your horse. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Still, targets.
Yes. Roger, Vinay, and Jyomiram, thank you so much for doing this for the KSCA. Ladies and gentlemen, coffee and tea behind me. Thank you again for being here.
Give us some